Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I think that where most people are misinformed, and I think that's partially due to just the pathology and the medical system, what they learn and what they actually believe. But I also think that there are a lot of people that unfortunately understand that to heal yourself, you do have to get really disciplined with your food. And that's daunting, for a lot of people. But, I'm going to be putting out a video later today, another What I Ate Today video. And in this video, I'm really harping on two kind of main aspects. One is you have to customize the diet for yourself. You got to figure out the foods that are going to work for you. It's going to be different for every person. And you got to take the time, and it takes a lot of time to figure that out. But once you figure that out, then you're going to be taking a huge step forward. Number two, for those people who get the chance to heal, now it's the game of staying healed and keeping the refinement and progress going year after year. And really the only way that that can actually take place is if the food that you've made for yourself on a day in and day in basis tastes good. So you got to learn to, one, be disciplined enough to figure out what to eat, but two, also take that next step and make it taste good so that you can stay on your healing path for as long as you can, for as long as you need to. And I think that's kind of a big point to hit on.
Yeah. So I was talking to someone who had severe eczema, and I'm like, hey, I healed from that too, and I would like to help you. And she's like, what medical degree do you have? And I'm like, well, you got me. I don't have a medical degree, but you've probably seen multiple doctors and dermatologists with MDs or PhDs, and they still haven't helped you. And I can help you with nutrition and heal you from the inside. But she kind of like blew me off. And it was kind of sad because I looked on her Instagram and she was eating dairy, gluten. She had a lot of coffee, so caffeine, a lot of sugars. I saw like desserts. So I was like, you could totally cut those inflammatory foods out and see so much clearer, healthier skin. But, she just didn't want my help.
Yeah, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't really force him to drink. In my opinion, my whole practice is based on the fact that I'm not a doctor. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't believe in what they teach as far as healing. And I'm not trying to get on a soapbox and say like, don't trust your doctor, don't trust the medical system. Hey, if I break my arm, if my heart blows up, I'm going to go to the doctor and they're going to do a damn good job. But in terms of healing the body, we already know from traditional societies, from our grandmothers, from our great grandmothers, that when you eat healthy, your body is going to respond. And for me, I've worked with over 900 private clients focusing on nutrition, cleansing, detox, overcoming skin disease. And in the early times of working with people, people would say, well, what are your degrees in? And I said, well, I'm a behavioral scientist by trade. I have close to a master's degree in clinical psychology. I'm a certified yoga therapist. I could roll off a bunch more BS, but none of it relates to healing eczema. I said, my degree is in, I was covered in eczema and I've been cured for 8 years. That's my degree. And to be honest, if someone is in a place where they're going to question credentials and follow the advice of doctors, they're not someone I want to work with anyway. That's a closed-minded person who's already hook, lined, and sinkered into the rabbit hole of BS. And I don't really reflect that. And so what's cool for me now is everyone already knows that about me. They don't come to me going, oh, are you a nutritionist? Are you a doctor? And I'm like, I don't have to even say no. They know ahead of time. So I think that, I'm not trying to hate on people. I think that you want to work with people and get advice from people who have gotten the results that you have gotten. And here's one thing I always tell people: go to your doctor and ask them for a direct list of how many people they've cured from the skin disease you have. And they'll tell you 0, because they've never cured anybody and they don't ever cure anybody. So that's my overcome for that one when people try to pull that.